Good day, great choristers in the house. Welcome to the 3 days choir retreat. My name is Miriam Benjamin, fondly called the Unique Vocal Coach. I am a gospel singer, songwriter, and a vocal coach. My goal is to train singers from beginner level to professional level and transform singers from shy singers to confident singers, and also impact the life of singers and make sure that their hearts are turned to God. Their hearts seek God. So I have trained more than 900 singers from different countries of the world through my online classes on WhatsApp and Telegram. And I am so happy to be here to teach you how to be an impactful singer. I was so privileged and I was so happy when the choir coordinator came to me and said, I want you to coach my singers for 3 days, say a little word of advice to them, guide them for 3 days. And he wanted me to come physically, but because I live far away from your state, it won't be possible for now. So this is why I decided to make it in a video form. And I know even if it's in a video form, God will still use this video to transform the life of singers watching me right now. Today is day one of the choir retreat, and today we want to see how to develop the voice. The theme of the choir retreat is becoming an impactful singer. Becoming an impactful singer. And for today, it's a 3 days class. And for today, we're focusing on voice development. Voice development, how to get a good, confident, and outstanding voice. So, today we are going to see how to gain confidence, strengthen your voice, and sing better. Yes, we all know that singing is spiritual, but I also want to let you know that singing is also physical, because our voice is a physical part of the body. Just like the body is physical, you can see it, the voice is here. And God is using our body as an instrument to pass his message, to touch the lives of people who are in need of God's message, of God's touch. So we are instruments. Our voice is an instrument in the hands of God to be used for his purpose. So today I'm not going to waste much of our time. I'm going to go straight to the point of what we have. Now, what are the main principles of singing? Like this today's class is for voice development, right? Yes. So, how do we develop our voices? How can we develop our voice? We all are good singers here. As a choir member, I know you are a good singer. You are a good singer. What you want to learn is how to sing better and how to take care of your voice, and that's why you are here. So the choir retreat is to prepare you, build you physically, spiritually, mentally, and also make you to go back to the purpose why you are a singer, because most of us don't even know why we are singers in the first place. So being in the choir does not mean you know the reason why you are in the choir. So this choir retreat is to help you understand why you are in the choir. So my own role now is to guide you on how to take care of your voice, how to perform on stage, and how to sing well and minister well on the pulpit or on stage. Then your choir coordinator will now take care of the rest, because he knows you physically, he knows your challenges, he knows what you need. So he's going to guide you on the most important part. But for me here, I want to just drop words of advice and exhortations to you that will help you as you go on onto the journey of your musical journey from now onwards. So, voice development. When it comes to singing, there's a lot. I have a voice training class, which is a 6 months voice training class, and that 6 months voice training class has 40 lessons. 40 lessons has lots of exercises. But here, I'm just going to give you only for some basic, simple vocal principles that will help you sing better. And I know you know them already, just for us to make you aware and informed. What are the basic principles of singing that every singer must have? Even if you are not a professional singer, you must have this. Number one is pitch accuracy. Pitch accuracy. And what do I mean by pitch accuracy? Being able to sing on key. According to music, if a singer can't sing on key, we cannot call that person a singer. Because a singer, the difference between a singer and someone who is talking or someone who is in the congregation is that you are able to sing on key. Sing accurately on key. And in my voice training class, singers who learn how to sing accurately on key, it takes them a long time. So it takes them 3 months. So it takes them 5 months. So it takes them 2 weeks. It depends on your learning capability. Some people learn faster than the others. But I want to let you know, because in this vocal or choir retreat, you are going to learn and unlearn. Know your level, because some of us don't even know our levels. Know your level. If there are places where you need help, you go and seek help. If there are places where you need help, you seek help. So you, as a singer, you must, not you will, not you may, you must be able to sing on key. If you don't know how to sing on key, then I will advise you to give yourself time. Meet a keyboardist. He plays the key for you. You keep learning and practicing, because learning how to sing on key is not the vocal issue. It's not about the voice. It's about the ear and the brain. It's about the ear and the brain, because I normally tell this to my singers. Your voice listens to your ears. Because the key, when the keyboard is playing the key, when the keyboardist is playing the key, first of all, your ear has to hear it, your brain has to process the information before your voice will follow. Now, if a singer cannot sing on key, it means the singer can hear the key, but the brain does not process it very well, and the voice can't get it. So it is a brain and ear issue. When we talk about off key, it's about the ear and the brain. So how do you now sing on key? Get used to singing with instrument, not just on Sundays, because many singers, we don't practice, we just come on Sundays to start singing. So what are you supposed to do? Meet the keyboardist, give it time. He plays simple keys for you, you learn it, you keep repeating, copying and copying. Before some months, you start getting better on singing on key and also singing on time. After singing on key, the next thing is singing on time. And what do I mean by singing on time? Being able to sing along with the beats of the drum. Some of us, we sing faster than the beats. When the beat is playing, you now sing faster than the beats, or you now sing slower than the beats. So you must listen to the beats, listen to the drummer, and sing according to the beats. If you don't have a keyboardist, I would advise you to get a vocal coach, and I specialize in that. I help singers train their voice, especially those who sing off key. Any singer who meets me and says I sing off key, I don't even panic. I just, all right, you come, I give them vocal exercises that will help them sing on key, different keys, and before some months they get it and they move on. So this is the first thing, you must be able to sing on key. Then the next one is breathing. Breathing. This is very important. After being able to sing on key, if you cannot breathe well as a singer, then you suffer voice cracks and so many issues. And this is why many of our choir coordinators say breathe with your belly, sing from your belly and all that. Now let me explain this about breathing. Why is breathing important for singers? It's because there is no singing without breathing. There is no singing without breathing. Now, let me explain what I just said now. Before you are able to sing, you have to breathe in air. The air will go into your lungs and into your body and come out and hit your vocal cords. Your vocal cords is here. Say ah. Everybody here say ah. And touch your throat. Ah. What do you feel? You feel vibration. So the air you breathe in has to touch your vocal cords here in front of your throat here. Your vocal cords are there, and your vocal cords are inside your voice box. This is our voice box. Inside our voice box, we have the vocal cords. We have which has the shape of letter V. Whenever we breathe in, the air goes into our body, into our lungs, and when we are trying to breathe out, the air now meets our vocal cords, and that's when it vibrates. Now, when we are not speaking, when we keep quiet or we are sleeping, the air will not go through the vocal cords. It will just go through the nose and it goes. We exhale. But when your body or your brain now find out, oh, this person wants to sing or wants to speak, the moment you open your mouth, you want to speak, some of the air will go through the nose, some of the air you are trying to breathe out will touch your vocal cords, and that's when it vibrates. That you now produce the sound ah. This is why we cannot breathe in and sing at the same time. Try it. You are trying to say, you be faithful, Lord, as you are breathing in. It's not possible. You cannot breathe in and sing at the same time. We only sing when we are breathing out. We only sing when we are breathing out. That's why when you say ah, you feel air coming out from your mouth. It's the air you breathe in that you are breathing out. As you are now singing, it's not coming out from your mouth. Touch your lips and say ah. What did you feel? Did you feel air? So what do I mean? What am I trying to say? Singing is the same thing as breathing out, because we only sing when we are breathing out. It's when you are breathing out that you sing. Now, why is breathing important? I've told you why. One of the reasons why breathing is important, because we need the breathing to sing. Now that you have known that you need to breathe out, you need to breathe in air. It's the air you take into your body that you breathe out to sing. Now, it's not about the amount of air you are breathing in. It is about how you are making use of the air that you took into your body. We have people who take in a lot of air. They breathe in. Then as they want to sing, you'll be faithful, Lord, you'll be faithful, Lord, all the air goes out of them. This means they cannot control how they are breathing out. So as a singer, the most important thing you need to know is being able to control your breath as you are breathing out. And that is what we call breath control in singing. That's what we call breath control in singing. Being able to control the air you are breathing out. This is what your choir coordinators are saying. Sing with your belly. They are trying to tell you to control how you are breathing out. Yes. Now, how do you control the air you are breathing out? Because if it's not good for a singer to breathe in air and try to say Yeshua, and all the air leaves him or her, you need to be able to control your breathing when you sing with one breath. You breathe in for 1 second and breathe out or release the air for more than 10-15 seconds or even 1 minute with practice. How do you do it? We have the two different methods. We have the clavicular breathing technique. Clavicular means the shoulder. Clavicle means the shoulder. The shoulder breathing technique. This is the natural technique we use since we were born. Nobody teaches us how to use our shoulders for breathing. That's why when somebody runs, you see the person's chest and shoulders. That's the natural way we breathe in when we are walking, we are talking, running on the street. But it is not good for singing because it makes the air that we take in to leave us without control. That's why we say singers should not breathe in with their chest. They should breathe in with their belly. Then now let me tell you something. It is wrong to say sing with your belly. We don't sing with our belly. We sing with our throat. We don't sing with our belly. We sing with our throat. Now I will still explain that. Now after clavicular breathing technique, which I said is not good for singing, The next technique is the abdominal breathing technique or belly breathing technique. Now, does it mean we are breathing with our stomach or breathing with our belly? No. It means we are using the muscles at our beside yes, at the muscles at this of our sides, or of our sides close to our belly, or the muscles of our belly. Let me just make it say this in a simple way. The muscles of our belly to control how we are breathing out. So when you breathe in air, it is your belly that is supposed to stick out or come out. Then when your belly comes out, the muscles of your belly here controls how you breathe out. The air that you breathe in will not go immediately. Then you slowly and gradually you release the air. Slowly and gradually you release the air. Don't release all the air at the same time. Slowly and gradually you release the air. So this is the best method for singing. So this is what your choir coordinators and people, the vocal coaches you hear maybe on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, they say breathe with your belly. It does not mean that there is a nose on your belly that you used to breathe in. No, please. No. What they mean is control the air. Control your breath using the abdominal breathing technique. Like I said before, we don't breathe with our belly, or we don't sing with our belly. We sing with our throat. Why did I say we sing with our throat? Our vocal cords are here. They are here. The sound you make is here. It's here on your throat. It's here on your throat. So for your ability to sing high notes, sing low notes, do this around, do vibrato, any style you want to do at all, it's here. It is your throat, your vocal cords inside your voice box that makes you able to sing. Now, what do you need? Because the vocal cords will not move until there is air. That's why you need to breathe out before the air will not meet the vocal cords, and for the vocal cords to shake and vibrate to produce the sound. That's how you sing. That's how you produce sound. If you don't breathe well, if you don't breathe out, then it means there's no singing for you. And if there's no breathing, there's no survival. There's no way a human being can survive without breathing. Yes. So what am I trying to say? We sing with our throat and not with our belly. What do your choir coordinator now mean by sing with your belly? What I'm trying to say is support your voice with the breathing. Because for the voice to sing well, it needs air. Our voice needs air. And where does this air come from? From the lungs. From the air we took into our lungs. Then the muscles of our stomach here, or our belly, controls how we release the air. So that's why you now breathe in. And more, because the muscles of your stomach here is helping you control how you breathe out the air, how we exhale the air, so you not release all the air at the same time. If you release all the air at the same time, there won't be any air in you again, and your voice will not be moving. Your voice will not be struggling to sing without air. And when it's not struggling to sing without air, that's when voice cracks will now come in, because your voice is not is vibrating, trying to produce sound with no air. It is the air that makes the voice to produce sounds. Air, the air you breathe in must reach your vocal cords for it to vibrate. Then it now produces sound. The sound leaves your mouth. So there is no singing without breathing. You must breathe in air. The air will go into you. As you are breathing out, the air will now touch your vocal cords, and it will vibrate for you to breathe out. And what we're trying to say here is that we don't want you to breathe out all the air at the same time. We want you to be able to release the air slow and steady. Release the air slow and breathe steady, gradually, so you won't release all the air. This is why breathing is important. So before we end the class for today, I'm going to give you some breathing exercise that will help you control your breath, that will help you support your voice with your air. You need your breathing to support your voice, because if they don't breathe well, you're not supporting your voice will crack, your voice will get tired, and your voice will get weak. You won't be able to sing well again. That's why breathing is important. So let's move to the next principle of singing, next basic principle of singing that you need to know, apart from singing on key and breathing. The next one is vocal cord compression. Now, vocal cord compression is a very wide topic, and if I'm to explain it, we will stay 1 hour in this class without finishing. So I'll just mention it. If you want to learn how to control vocal cord compression, means being able to control your vocal cords. Because, like I told you, your ability to sing on key, the ability for you to sing high notes without cracking, with the ability of you to sing low notes, the ability of singing any style that you want to sing, it's here on your vocal cords. So you must be able to control it. If you are not controlling it, if you cannot control it, you're just singing, you don't know how to control your vocal cords, then that's when cracking comes in. You sing and you choke. So if you want to learn how to control your vocal cords, I will advise you to join a voice training class. Give it your time, give it months of practice. I don't say days, months of practice. Because I just want you to be aware. These are things you need to know as a singer. I talk about singing on key, breathing, vocal cord compression, or vocal cord control. The next thing you need to know again as a singer, to a basic principle of singing that you need to know is rest. Yes. When it comes to the choir, sorry to say, we overuse our voice. I don't blame us. The church needs more of our service. We sing during church service, we sing during vigil, we sing during Thanksgiving, we sing during fasting and prayer. We are always there. There's no program that does not require singers to sing. And who are these singers? It's us, the choristers. And before you know it, you see a singer singing throughout the week without rest. Then after the singing, the person will say, "Oh, I lost my voice, coach. I lost my voice. I don't know what's wrong with me." There's nothing wrong with you. The only thing wrong is vocal overuse. You have been singing for so many hours, non-stop, no rest. So how do you rest as a singer? Number one, by sleeping. Sleep. At least sleep well. Don't walk throughout the day and in the night again, you are not sleeping. So sleep. Then the next one is vocal rest. Sleep is also called body rest, when you rest your body, because the body is part of the voice is part of the body. Sorry, the voice is part of the body. That's why if you go to the hospital and hear somebody speaking, you find that the person's voice changed. What happened? The person is weak. At the hospital, you see people are weak. Their voice sounds weak. What I'm saying is not that there's nothing wrong with their vocal cords. Their voice is not damaged. It's just that their body is weak. The voice is showing the state of the body. So if you are tired, you walk in the morning, walk in the afternoon, in the night, you want to sing in the vigil again, your body will be weak and your voice will also be weak. If you are singing, you are just forcing yourself to sing. It's not that your voice is healthy. So you have to rest. Take body rest. Then the next one is what? Vocal rest. When you are sick, please rest. When you sing you sang from Saturday, from Friday night you have been singing, Saturday you sang, on Sunday you sang, on Monday, please reduce how you talk. Reduce the speaking, reduce singing. At least for 2-3 days. Then your voice will come back again. If you are experiencing sore throat, you can meet the doctor to give you medicines. Sleep and rest. There's one singer like that. We went for a church program. I sang there. She also sang there. Although I blame her, she doesn't know how to control her voice, her vocal cords. So that was one of the reasons she lost her voice. I sang there. She also sang. On Monday morning, she came to me and said, "Coach, I lost my voice. Right now I cannot hear myself again." I told her to rest. She said, "I cannot rest. Oh, there's a program on Thursday. I'm the one to sing there again." So I've started practicing. I said, "Oh, my dear, you have to give your voice rest, Because you can go there on stage and you want to sing, you will not hear your voice again. Isn't it better for you to rest? You tell them, I won't be available, I want to rest. Or you rest for 2 days, practice the song quietly, don't overstress yourself. She said, all right. I didn't even know whether she practiced what I said or not, but that's it. Rest your voice, especially when you have been singing for a long time. And again, don't overuse your voice. When there is a church program, share the roles between the choir. Don't allow one person to be singing from morning service to evening service. That's why somebody is taking offering, somebody is taking praise and worship. So we have many groups of backup singers. The backup singers for praise and worship should be different from the backup singers of those singing Thanksgiving. The backup singers of Thanksgiving should be different from the backup singers of the concert. If all these things are happening on the same day, switch. Don't allow one person to do backup from morning to evening, or one person to be leading from morning to evening, even if you are the only person. That's why it is good to train our choir members, so that everybody will be up and doing. It's not like it's only Sister Timmy that knows how to sing. The rest cannot sing, so she's the only one leading praise and worship. She's the only one doing everything. She will get tired and she will suffer vocal overuse. So if everybody can sing, then we switch the roles. Okay, Bro Matthew, sing. Bro John, sing. Sister Mary, sing. Everybody will have their own roles to reduce the burden on one singer, so I will not suffer vocal overuse. The next principle you need to know is water. Drink water. We call this hydration. When I talk about water, I'm not talking about hot water, please. I'm not talking about cold, chilled water. I'm talking about normal room temperature water. The water you drink in your house. The water where you drink for your house. Yes. That normal room temperature water that you drink. There's nothing special there. There's a secret that is, okay, is it warm water? Is it cold water? Is it water that has medicine inside? No, please. Normal water. Normal water. Drink normal water. At least every 4 hours of the day, whether you are thirsty or not, because when we drink this water, it does not go to our voice directly. It enters our body, goes to our stomach, it digests like food. It takes at least 4 hours for it to digest. Then the water will go through the body everywhere. It will go everywhere and also come to the vocal cords. Now the vocal cords needs lubrication inside, because it's like the shape of the V. They are rubbing on each other like this as you are speaking. They are rubbing on each other like this. They need water. If not, it will sound cracky. They need water to lubricate it. That's why when you wake up in the morning, your voice feels groggy. What happened? The vocal cord is now dry. That's why you try it. It's as if there's a mucus there or catarrh there. It's just that the vocal cord is now dry. You need water. That is why you need to drink water at least every 4 hours of the day. Room temperature water, whether you are thirsty or not. Some people say, I'm not thirsty, so what's the use of drinking water? Whether you are thirsty or not, drink the water. There will be water in your blood, and when there's water in your blood, the water will be everywhere, even on your own vocal cords. I hope you are getting me. All right. Okay. Then the next thing you need to know is, don't be too careful with your voice. I have to add this. I didn't plan this, but I want to say it because singers are obsessed with, Coach, what will I eat to have a good voice? Coach, what will I stop eating to have a good voice? I don't normally teach singers something like that. My dear, if you like eating pepper, eat your pepper. If you love eating oil, eat your oil. If you love meat, eat meat. The food you eat does not affect your voice at all. If you go to overseas, the American singers that sing, the great singers that sing, you see that they enjoy them. Some even drink beer, cold beer. It does not affect their voice. What happened now? What is going to affect your voice is the time you are eating the food. It is advised that singers eat at least 2 hours before singing. 2 hours before singing, no matter how heavy the food is, the food must have digested. I normally tell my students, except it is a stone that you swallowed, no, it's no food that takes up to 2 hours to digest or 3 hours to digest. So if you know you're going to sing by 6 p.m. in the evening, eat by 2 p.m. Then you drink a lot of water. By then you must have urinated. The food must have digested. Everything will be all right. You don't need to say, oh, I will not eat pepper, I will not drink tea, I will not drink coffee, I will not do... No. Those coaches are saying that they are just teaching you wrong teachings. Enjoy yourself, my dear. How can you survive without eating? I wonder how a Nigerian person will survive without eating food without oil. Me that love soup. Me that love stew. Me that love meat. So enjoy yourself. But don't eat 30 minutes before singing, you know you have concert, you are the one leading praise and worship, then you now eat 2 minutes before singing with a heavy belly of fufu that you ate, and you want to sing. Now it's not that the fufu will affect you, it's your body will focus more on digestion. You'll be sweating, your saliva will be dry because your body is now focusing on digestion, not singing. Then as you are singing, your voice, everything will sound so weak. When you eat that pepper, you see that the chemical in the food will be reacting in your body. You start feeling mucus on your throat. That's when you need to drink water. At least drink water and rest. Drink water and rest. Drink water and rest. That's why at least eat at least 2-3 hours before singing, so that you not complain of my voice is weak, I don't understand my voice again. Enjoy yourself. If you take coffee, drink water. Make sure you eat at least 2 hours before singing, and drink enough water. Then urinate too. If the urine comes, don't drink too much water. At least drink some sip of water every 4 hours of the day, so that your vocal cords will not be dry. This is not even about singing. Even speakers, people who speak, this is what they are supposed to be doing. Then the next principle we have again is vocal warm up. When you wake up in the morning, your voice feels groggy, and some of us will go to church as early as 7 p.m. We are in the church already for workers meeting and all that. So what are you supposed to do? When you wake up, you don't just take your bath and rush off to church. Let me go and sing. Your voice may betray you there. As you open your mouth, your voice will crack. That's why we warm up the voice, to wake up the voice from sleeping mode. When you wake up, what are you supposed to do? You drink water. If you are fasting, drink enough water the day before you sleep, so that in the morning you not feel weak. Then if you are fasting, reduce the way you dance, reduce the energy, so that you not feel tired on time. God will help us. It's grace. Because we have people who sing and dance even with the fasting and they are still alright. So it's also grace. But drink enough water before sleeping. Then warm up your voice. How do you warm up your voice? You can warm up the voice by humming. Warm up the voice by humming the song you have to sing, or you use this breathing exercise. We have lots of breathing exercise. I want to use the tissue exercise for an example. This is called the tissue exercise. Now, this tissue exercise, like I told you, there are so many breathing exercises for my singers in the level 7 who are learning how to breathe, how to control their breath. I teach them in so many kinds of exercises. I want to give you this one. Now, you use this to control your volume. You use this to also control the amount of air you are releasing, because it's not going to release too much air. Then you can also use it to warm up your voice. So when you come, I'm not going to give you too much vocal drills. This is a good vocal drill. It's a good warm up, a good breath control exercise. I will teach you. You don't need to time. It teach you how to control your breath, and also help you reduce your volume, because it is when you are releasing too much air that your volume becomes uncontrollable. You start shouting. So what do? Let me show you. This, you hold the tissue like this. Then you sing, or you release the air like. Use the hissing sound. You see, the air I'm releasing is slow. It's not too much air. That's why the tissue is not doing. Even if I'm doing, it's small. Then if you want to sing, you do. You've been faithful, Lord, from the ages past. That is why your name is forevermore. You see, it's not moving anyhow. It's just I'm controlling the air I'm breathing out. Then if someone who is singing anyhow is going to be, you've been faithful, Lord, from the ages past. That is why your name. You see, it's moving. It means you are releasing too much air. There are so many vocal drills that will help you sing on key, but it takes time. It's not something we can do in 30 minutes. Then there is another vocal drill again. I want to drop that at the comment section. It's also a video. Your choir coordinator will have to show it to you, or you watch it under the comment section of this YouTube video, so you can watch it. We call it the bubble exercise. This one helps you to control your breathing. If you bring the straw, you put it in water. You put the straw and you sing the song you're about to sing, maybe the song that you know, you sing it. It helps you to exercise the muscles of your belly for you to be able to control how you are breathing out, and also helps you to do what? To exercise your voice and make your voice not to crack. There's one singer that went to one great singing show, and she went there, she didn't see any people warming up. You know, normally in the old way of warming up, you see singers doing these are ways of warming up, yes. So that everybody was so quiet. So she asked them, are people not warming up? They said, no, we are singers already, we sing almost every week. Our voice is warmed up already. Our voice is used to singing. And I know that's your case. Your voice is used to singing already. What you need to do is just when you wake up in the morning, you exercise the voice by singing. You vocalize. Or use the vowel. Then you go on and sing. Everything will be alright. We are singers already. We sing almost every Sunday. Our voice are warm up already. Our voice are in use. So we don't need to stress or overwork the voice again. If you want to practice, maybe you want to train your voice, the special topics and practice. You don't just practice the singing anyhow. There must be a goal. Maybe this week I want to learn how to do this and runs. You practice it. This week I want to learn how to part. I want to learn vocal harmony. You will learn. It's not something you just come and learn randomly. That's why I'm not giving you too much vocal drills here. What I'm giving you is just how to control your volume. How you're breathing out. You don't need to breathe in air, like you breathe out air. It's supposed to be ooh. If the tissue is moving anyhow, like it's moving anyhow, it means you're not doing it well. You are releasing too much air, and that releasing of too much air will make you shout. Make you not be able to control your voice. Somebody may ask me now, what if I want to sing with a loud volume? Let me sing with a loud volume. You've been faithful, Lord, from the ages past. You see, my volume is increased, but it's not moving. I'm not increasing, adding energy to increase my volume. It shows that you don't need to shout to increase your volume. So keep practicing. You will learn. You will learn. So this is where I'm going to end it for today's class, because the class it's supposed to be a 30 minutes class, and now it's 40 minutes already. So in summary, for you to sing like a superstar, you must combine vocal techniques, vocal care for your voice by sleeping and resting, and also combine vocal techniques, especially if you don't know how to sing on key, you don't know how to train your voice. You meet a vocal coach to help you, give you the vocal techniques that you need to sing well. Then you need God's grace. God's grace is everything. You need God's grace. Then practice breath control your vocal cords, practice right posture. Don't stand like this to sing. Don't do like this to sing. Stand well, sit well, and stand well if you are sitting. Then rest and drink water. Warm up your voice, especially in the morning when you wake up from sleeping. Then take up challenges. Challenge yourself to go through someone who will help you train your voice. Then, if the issue gets out of hand, even after doing all these things, you don't know how to sing on key, you don't know, your voice always cracks, then meet a vocal coach to help you. And I'm here to even help you. If you don't know anyone around you, your choir coordinator cannot help you, your keyboardist cannot help you, I am right here to help you. Yes. So I appreciate you for listening to me for this good 40 minutes. I know this time is no way. I know you have learned one thing or the other. If you have questions, feel free to ask at the YouTube comment section. Feel free to ask at the YouTube comment section. I'll answer your questions, or you can write down your questions to your choir coordinator, and he will pass it to me, and I will answer the questions based on vocal care, how to care for the voice, what we need to avoid so we will not damage our voice, and the rest. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for this session. Thank you so much for believing in me. And I also appreciate the choir coordinator for trusting me with your time and resources to listen to this teaching today. I am so grateful. God bless you all, and I wish you more grace, more inspiration, and I wish you all the best in your music endeavors. Thank you so much for watching. I pray in the name of Jesus that you will live to be an impactful singer. From now onwards, everything about your life will be impactful. Your voice, everything, your praise and worship session, your ministration, offering, no matter what it is that you are to sing, it's going to be impactful, and it will impact the life of people with anointing in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. God bless you and thank you for watching.